to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwell alongside Doug Clark. And Coach, you're back from Connecticut in the American Cross Country Championships, and your team ran pretty well, both the men and the women. You got a third place, I believe, in the men, and seventh place in the women.
Yeah, it was a very competitive finish for us. I know we were just 2 points out of tying Cincinnati for second with the men. So when you have an outcome like that, I mean, we have to be pleased with third, but when you're that close to second, you can figure like 6 or 7 ways you could have tied them. And then our sixth guy placed higher than their sixth guy, so if we'd have managed to improve 2 points in timeline, we would have won on a tiebreaker. And so that's, I don't know, we're up in a position now where we're fighting for stuff like that, though, so that's encouraging. And Cincinnati took home a trophy, and we didn't. And they were at the same gate as us at the airport, and they walked in with it. And so, you know, our kids weren't happy already, and then when they saw that, so maybe that'll be burned into their brain and make them even more determined and intense in the future.
A little motivation for next year.
Exactly. And the women, yeah, we're still progressing. I really think we could have gotten as high as 5th, but I think, you know, just 2 or 3 years ago we'd have been tickled pink with 7th, and we weren't that far from 5th. So, you know, we've had a time now to regroup from that and then train here another week or so, and then we're looking forward to running the regionals at Alabama on Friday.
How did things set up at the course? I know we had talked before you went up to Connecticut about there was a possibility of maybe some rain. Obviously going to be a little chilly up there in Connecticut this time of year. How'd the course set up?
Well, it actually went great. It was right next to I think it was the Long Island Center. It was a big body of water that's connected to the ocean. It was really sandy soil. So it did rain couple of days before, but it didn't really make the course soft or anything. And then the front went through, and it was cool and crisp and pretty calm, and like we were told, the course is perfectly flat. And so it was a great situation running fast times, and basically everybody did.
Coach, let's talk about some of your individuals. James Magelsang, Dan Kuhlman were all conference. They finished in the top 15, and on the women's side, Martina Rodriguez got all conference. Well,
I think with Martina, we've been saying this all year, is that she's basically replaced Louisa. And that proves that she made all conference in cross country as a freshman. So we're really proud of what Louisa's done for us. We've just brought in a freshman that's already as good as Louisa. So that's very, very encouraging. And she's a real leader. I think she shows up and works hard every day in practice and does all the little things off the field. So hopefully everybody will follow suit. And then, you know, once again, this has been saying this for 3 years, ever since Dan got here. But James and Dan, one of those two guys have been our number one every meet for 17 meets, and they're now at 9 and 8. And with Dan having the upper hand on the 9 and 8, and you know, the regionals is this week, so unless they both qualify for nationals, it's the last time they'll ever race each other. So at the end, it's going to be 10 and 8 or 9 and 9 after Friday. And those guys have done a phenomenal job. Honestly, James had the better day, and I think that was probably the best performance I've ever seen. You know, definitely by James, and I think also by any Memphis Cross Country athlete since I've been here.
It's great when you can have a duo like that, because that really helps push the individuals, and it helps the team as well.
Yeah, they support and challenge each other simultaneously. I think that's you know, they always say you support your teammates, which they do, but I think when you're training with a guy every day and then racing him 18 times in 3 years, I mean, you're more familiar with him than anybody else. So when you're getting feedback at if you're doing well or not, then basically it's only natural to compare yourself to each other.
Coach, you're going to turn around. You mentioned down in Tuscaloosa this week in the South Regional for the NCAA.
Yeah, we had a goal coming in with the guys this year. We thought we could make top 5 or 6 at the regional meet. And it's one thing you can never account for in advance, is like who signed who and how many people were redshirted by certain teams last year, and a lot of people stockpiled. So the region has proven to be a lot more competitive than I originally anticipated this year, and I don't think we're even ranked in the top 15 anymore. I believe last year we were like 14th going in, we got 9th, so I think, again, we're looking for a top 10 finish. And with the ladies, you know, half of them ran okay and half of them ran well at conference, so if we need to hit on all cylinders and make the top 15 with the women.
Coach, sounds good. Congratulations up at the conference, and best of luck down at the regionals.
Thank you. One last thing I would mention is, and then James and Dan both, I think, have an outside to qualify for nationals individuals. So top 25 is all region, and we're trying to get in the top 25, and the higher the better. And then we cross our fingers till Monday when they decide who advances to nationals.
Will the nationals be the very next week, or how long do you?
Nationals will be 8 days later.
Okay.
On the Saturday.
All right, well, Coach, best of luck.
Thank you.
That is head coach Doug Clark. I'm Jeff Brightwell. This is the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.